what are you doing inside of this business to remind people who we are more so than what we do?
Well, you grow the business in these four walls. You can buy all the ads you want. You can have, but if you sit down today for lunch and there's no Texas Pete on the table, incidentally, this comes out of Winston-Salem. If there's no Heinz on the table, if there's no this on the table, you've had a bad experience. So everything, you build it within the four walls of the facility. That's what we want to say to them. It's really nothing to do with advertising. It's all good. I don't mean advertising. We do tons of advertising, but we want we want to tell our people whether this store succeeds or this store fails. It's nothing that I do in my nice office in Cary support center, or what you want to call it. It's nothing to do with what I do. It's what the people that's eating the barbecue sandwich at 9:30 at night.
Right.
The last day when the employees retire, the 9:45. They have to have as good of an experience as the ones that'll be here today, because I'm certain they're on their toes today. So it's all within the four walls. These stores are built within the four walls, and they're maintained within the four walls. And if you notice, when we go back to rebuild, we come back to the same location because our customers know where we are. So we bulldozed this building. I think we were back up in 120 days, maybe 120, wow. Something like that, 115. We have a wonderful relationship with our good friends over at Jackson Builders in Goldsboro. They built a bunch of buildings for us. Our good friends at TA Lovin has built a building for us, and we're have got some that we're tweaking a little bit, the bathrooms and other things. But, we could give out 10 franchises today should we want to, but they won't work, because if you don't have people in the walls that are committed to open the stores each and every day. And I think one of the greatest tributes, I'm happen to be the face of the company. The company was designed by and owned by Mr. Moore, a wonderful, wonderful person. And his son, Junius, actually runs day to day. So I said to myself, I really don't know what I am. I consider myself overhead, worthless overhead. I deal with the banks and deal with the face of the company and things of that nature. But it's all about the experience that we have tomorrow with your family.
Yeah.
If it's not good, we got a problem. If it's not good, we're going to make it right. We're going to make it right. And we're going to make mistakes. And you're going to get a bad meal from time to time, but we will make it right. And I tell our people all the time, the customer's right. They're telling us what the problem is. So if I look at my sales sheet every day at 4:00 and I look and there's a problem in a store and I've got 13 complaints on there, I got a problem.
100%.
I've got a problem. And it's not, they can't tell me the problem is, well, sometimes it makes sense. Sometimes you can have traffic issues where the road is blocked, or I'll get an email saying water's out in a certain town or whatever. We have to close. Nothing to do with us, but,
right.
Certain excuses. But to say, well, we're not doing well because somebody else opened a restaurant 10 miles away. That's not the point.
Right.
If you're doing your job in this restaurant, behind these four walls, you're making customers happy, they'll come back and they'll bring their friends. So our story is very simple. It's all about customer service. It's all about building it one on one on one on one. We could flood this building with coupons. You could flood it with TV. You could flood it with all that. None of that's good if you don't have the people behind the counter. We cook fresh every day. Every store fresh every day.
Well, I know one of the secrets to barbecue is low and slow, and that's just one of those details matter aspects. And so for us, I think there's more to running a barbecue empire and a Barndo empire in common that people might think.
It's the same thing.
It's right.
It's the same thing.
I joke with my team all the time and say, hey man, if it wasn't Barndo's and we'd have got into muffin making, we would have been one of the greatest muffin makers because of the attention to detail. Because details matter. In our and that low, slow pour period of time to do things fresh and do things the right way and cook that the right way. Same thing in ours. We take people on a journey. They've got a dream. They come in and we walk them all the way through design, all the way through selections. We pay attention to all these details before we ever get to the point of construction. And we kind of changed the philosophy with residential building with the way we do that. We take a little longer than other builders in the beginning, but in hopes that, hey, when we start, we have no costly, crazy things that happen to people. Because I've seen so many people get taken advantage or taken to the cleaners because, a lot of times there's a gap between the client expectations and the builder's expectations, and they're on two different teams almost. And we try to consolidate down and be, hey, we want to be your advocates all the way through this process. And hopefully we do such a good job during that first 90 days. You elect to do business with us. Our philosophy is choose us, don't just use us. Let us earn that business in that discovery phase and get all the little information and all the details on paper so you know exactly what to expect. But that goes into that details. Like when you walk into this store, you're like having the pedestal sink right there. You feel like you're walking in home, right? When you get food here, I think that's a tremendous piece of the success is this feels like home.
That's what it's supposed to feel like.